What's up, guys? Welcome back to Avenge Gaming. I am Avenge Blair, and we are here for a story time. First off, if you're not too familiar with me, I have not uploaded anything yet. I literally struggle to get games that are even decent, and Black Ops 3, I'm the weakest link out of all of us when it comes to playing competitive Call of Duty. But hopefully I can bring content to the others. I do a lot of editing and channel management, but that's just a little bit about me. Anyways, we are doing, like I said, a story time today, and a story that I decided to tell. There aren't many stories that I can tell. I'm not really a person who has a lot of stories to him, I guess. I don't really do much. I haven't really done much for most of my life. But one of the things that stood out to me when I was thinking of an idea for a story time was when I cracked my head open. Now, I was like 9, and this was probably the scariest experience of all time, because my 9-year-old mind thought I was going to die in 3.2 milliseconds, but, so it started off, it was a typical day. Woke up, did whatever. And I remember that day, it was just, it was a good day, normal day. And towards the end of the night, my parents, they went out, they got a pool every year, and, we decided we're going to go set it up. So we go in the backyard, and, we're setting up this pool. We're getting it ready, we're making sure it's, like, all flat, doesn't have any rocks on the bottom, getting all the water in. So I get bored of that, and because I wasn't really much of a help, because everyone was just doing their own thing, I was kind of just there watching, but, so I decide, this is boring, I'm gonna go inside and see what everyone else is up to. So I go inside, I go to, I think I went to my room first to see if anyone was up there. No one was there. I go into a little side room that we had for kids like all of us to play in, because parents didn't want us literally destroying the house, because we were fully capable of it, and we were willing to if we wanted to. But yeah, we go in the side room, and there just was a bed there. I think it was just a guest bedroom at the time. I don't really know. It's been a while since I've lived there. But I walk in, and they're just wrestling, jumping on the bed. So I decide, hey, I could manhandle these kids. I'm a couple years older than them. I'm in this. So, I said I was 9. I was probably like 11. Because they were all like 8, around that age. So I was like, I'm getting in this. So I get in the bed, and we start throwing each other around. We start throwing each other off the bed. And one of the times, we were getting yelled at too, because this backboard was right against the wall. And every time we throw each other, this backboard would smash into the wall and make a massive crashing sound for everyone in the house to hear. So surely people were not happy with us, or the people who weren't working on the pool, who were just lounging inside, because this was kind of late at night. It was probably like 8 or 9, so no one really wanted to deal with us. So we get yelled at a few times, and then, I'm just jumping along. I'm all happy. And one of my cousins decides, you know what, we're getting revenge on this guy for manhandling us. So I jump, and he decides he's gonna grab my feet. Yep. He grabbed both of my feet, and this little bastard made me fall backwards onto the headboard, smashing my head and cracking it open. Now, at first, I'm like, ow, that's my head, I didn't think much of it. And then they start freaking out, and then, I was like, what happened? And apparently I cracked my head open. So now I'm in a state of panic, because apparently I cracked my head open, and there's blood everywhere. So now I'm panicking, and I can't think about where to go. So I'm like, I'm going to run outside and see what they're doing, or see if I can get them help, or something. But I went outside, and they were working on the pool, and I was like, I remember vividly, I was like, I cracked my head open, I cracked my head open, I cracked my head open, getting really, like, upset and emotional, because I was afraid. You can't tell me if you were like 11 and you cracked your head open, you wouldn't be afraid. You aren't? Well. Anyways, so now here I am, this little short nerdy kid coming outside panicking like a maniac because my cousin decided to leg sweep me for revenge. So now they're all panicking. It's all commotion, and they decide that we go inside. I don't remember what. I think it was like a face cloth or something just over the wound. Or I don't think just over, like I was holding just this face cloth over there just to not get blood literally everywhere for the time being. And, so then the rescue arrives. They see me just sitting on the couch, just waiting, just looking. Don't really feel any pain because it's kind of just there. And, no, I get taken to the hospital or whatever. They need to put staples in my head because that's the first and only time I've gotten staples, and I've never gotten stitches. So, I don't know what stitches are like, but staples sucked. Like, staples didn't hurt particularly, but when they do staples, they squeeze your goddamn head like a balloon. Like, I felt like they were gonna pop my damn head. Like, they decided, you know what? We need staples. And then they just start squeezing my head, just squeezing as hard as possible. Like, that's just apparently that's what they do when they give people staples. So now I have a bunch of staples in my head, and we're about to go home, and, I am really not happy, because apparently, I wasn't allowed to, like, do any activities outside of, or during, like, elementary school, recess, because they were afraid I was gonna somehow tear the staples out of my head and start gushing blood all over the playground, which would have been pretty damn cool. I mean, terrifying, but, I mean, that would have been a good story to tell. But yeah, so I remember I would always be really angry. I had to sit on the steps of my elementary school during recess and just watch everyone play, and it was terrible. And then some time goes by, and, they need to take the staples out of my head. So we go, and, they try to squeeze my head again, and I'm squirming, I'm just not having what they're giving. And I remember vividly, I remember, like, my mom or something going to, like, hold my arm down, and I just slapped her arms out of the way, because I was not happy with getting my head squeezed like a melon. But, yeah, I got the staples taken out, and then everything ended up fine. Mentally not so much, but it was definitely a different experience. I've never cracked my head open to this day. I've never had staples, never needed stitches, but yeah, I don't want them because that was just terrible. Anyways, there really isn't too much more to this story other than the fact that I brutally scalded my cousin. This is a thing that's important. So, like I said, we get home, and everything's all good, staples get taken out. And now I'm not afraid, because the little maniac in me knows, no staples, no problem. So now I have my heart set on literally annihilating the cousin who did this to me. Now, mind you, he was a couple years younger and a little bit chubby, so I was thinking of the worst possible things to do to him. So what I ultimately decided to do was, one time when we were playing wiffle ball, I remember I still do play baseball today, but we were playing wiffle ball, and I'd always throw the wiffle ball at him. That's, just to be annoying, because, wiffle balls don't hurt. And my 11-year-old self, I can barely throw. I'm not a fast pitcher. That's just the way it is. I could probably barely throw a wiffle ball 10 miles per hour, let alone hard enough for it to actually hurt somebody. So now I hit him a few times. He'd get annoyed, and then I went in for the master plan to end it all. Now, knowing he was a little bit chubbier of a kid, I knew that it would probably not be the hardest thing to harass him. And for some reason, in my mind, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. That was just a motto in that time. Don't know why, but that was the motto. That was a life motto. You had to live by that for the day that this happened. So I decide that, what am I going to do to him? I'm going to throw him down the stairs. Now, at first, you might be thinking, what the hell? What's your problem? And, you know, it was a tough time, man. He was angry. I was angry. But I didn't end up throwing the poor kid down the stairs, because he probably would have died, considering he probably would have, like, yeah, died. But, I remember one day I don't remember where we were, but we were messing around, and I decided I'm going to leg sweep him right back, and that's exactly what I did. Anyways, guys, this has been story time. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, smash that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you guys for watching once again. I'm Avenge Blair, and I'm out. Peace!